Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Um, I'm Gabriele, and I'm gonna talk about countries and their traditional foods and airports. And my topics are Germany, Russia, and South Korea. So let's start with Germany. um, well, little is known that Germany is indeed a party country and that practically any reason is the theme of a great celebration. And all of the celebrations in Germany are surrounded by lots of foods and drinks. I used to think that it was a stereotype when I heard Brazilian people saying, "Oh, in Germany they only know how to drink beer. They love beer." But I look for it and no, they really love beer, and any reason for them, it's reason to drink. I think Wellington should go to Germany. He will be really happy there. Um, but okay, I'll talk about the Oktoberfest. That is the most popular tradition in Germany. Um, it is like a huge carnival, but with traditional clothes and with a lot of shows and as I said, food and beer. It's a huge celebration for them. Um, oh my God, my screen just stopped it.
Mhm.
Okay, now it worked. Okay, let's talk about the traditional foods. Um, well, guys, did you know that typical German foods goes far beyond sausage and beers? Because I didn't before I looked for it. Um, there's a lot of foods in Germany that seems to be really tasteful, and it's part of their day by day. Is it like this? I guess. And let's start with the first picture. In the first picture, we have the non pretzel. That is a kind of a bread or kind of a biscuit, and it is a very popular food in Germany and out of the country too, all around the world. I guess everyone knows the pretzel. In the second picture, can you see the mouse?
Yeah.
In this second picture in here, we have the, I'm sorry for my pronounce. I had to write the names of the foods because it's really hard to read. But uh, Koning Königsberger. Oh my god, I can't even read this, but it's like Königsberger clubs. It's the traditional Germany like meatball, you know. Uh, it is um, it is most more popular in the north of the country, but in all around the country they eat the Königsberger. Yeah. And this traditional food is usually served with a sour reddish sauce. I guess it's like this, accompanied by capers. It's also common for the dish to be served with boiled potatoes or mixed mashed potatoes with beets. Um, Now let's go for the third feature. Um, this food in here, I think it's kind of weird. I don't know if you would try this food, but it's one of the most typical foods, and the name is fish brötchen or fish sandwich. They just get a fish cut in half, put into a bread, and then they eat it. I think it's the most simple food they have, and I don't know. I wouldn't try, but I don't know you guys. And we have the fourth picture that it's the breads. The breads in Germany are like it's part of everything in there. I think most of their meals are served with bread, and they have a lot of different types of bread. So now I'm gonna talk about their airports. The most important airports in Germany are Frankfurt, Frankfurt International, Munich International, um, the Berlin International, and the Düsseldorf International that you can see in the following pictures in here. The most accessible one is the Frankfurt, but all of them are important and full of technologies, are really beautiful inside. One day I hope I can visit. And that's it for Germany. So now let's talk about Russia. Um, I remember that I chose Russia because I don't know you, I've always liked Russia. I don't know why, but then I watched The Avengers and I met Vanda and Pietro Maximoff, and I was like, oh my God, they're from Russia. I want to know about Russia. And when we had this presentation, I decided to talk a lot about Russia. So let's start. I want to talk about this uncommon tradition that they have in there. It is um, it is called, I guess it's banya washing. It's like a sauna, but in Russia. And with that, I mean, they dive into freezing water to simulate when Jesus got I don't know, like batizado, you know? And they do this to simulate Jesus in this time of his life. I think it's interesting, but kind of crazy. I think only Russia to do this, but okay. And I found this second tradition that it's weirdest one. It's the weirdest one. They have a festival where they wear summer clothes like bikinis and the stuffs in the middle of the snow. Like, oh, let's do a competition to see who is wearing the best bikini or the best shorts. It's kind of weird because you see everyone like enjoying in here, but the temperature it's like almost zero, so it's really intense and only in Russia. So now let's go to the foods. I thought that when I looked for their traditional foods, I would find weird things like just soup, but no. In Russia, we have a lot of interesting foods and diversity. Um, in this first picture, we have the borscht that it's mainly consumed to ward off the cold. This is a soup, but it's the only one in here that is a soup. um, it is a soup made from nutritious ingredients such as beets, tomatoes, and onions, which may also contain other vegetables and various meat options. Um, in the second one, this one, we have the pelmeni, that it's another Russian food that deserves a special mention in here because it is composed of a meat fillet, something like a pastry, which offers a great combination. It is like that, you know, that Chinese breads that it's like a pastel, you know? This is this food and it seems to be really good. In the third picture, we have, let me see the name, sirnik. That is a like a cheese pancake, and they eat it in the breakfast. It's really common, and they like to consume this with fruits and stuffs. And in the last picture, we have the most traditional food that they use everywhere. It's not like it's not like a plate, you know, like it is like ingredient, and it's called smetana. Smetana. That it's like a milk. It's a sour milk. Yeah, I think that's the word. It's a sour milk. And they use it in their foods, so they use it everywhere. And we have their airports. And the most popular and use it are the in, oh my god, how do I read this? Domo de Dovo airport. We have the Sheremetyevo airport, Vnukovo airport, and Tomashevo airport. They're the most used airports in Russia. They're the most important and receive a lot of tourists per year. So now let's go to the last country, that is South Korea. I think nowadays, Korea is one of the most popular countries in the world because of their culture. Most of them because of K-pop, that it's the musical gender. We have dorama, that it's a kind of TV show, technology, and because of everything. South Korea, it's growing so much nowadays. And the only traditional thing that I could find about Korea, it's the clothes. So you can see here, we have traditional clothes in Korea, but that's all I could find. Actually, when I looked for it, I just found things about the Korea nowadays. So the traditional foods, I think that Korea was the one that made me feel like more hungry, and I've always wanted to try Korea and the Korea food. And so let's talk about these 4 images that we have in here. The first one, we have the kimchi. The kimchi, it's like a true symbol of South Korea culture. And also it's the most favored dish of the Koreans. They consume it a lot. And it's basically it's a basic vegetable, and they put some ingredients in here and put it on hot water, and it's ready. But it seems to be really good. And the second one we have in here, this dish, we have the bibimbap. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's something like this. It's almost a South Korea, like 100% Korea food, because a lot of their dishes are based on another country's culture, like Japan and China. But this one is 100% Korean. And we have a lot of things in here. vegetables, eggs, meat. It's like a full meal. In the third picture, we have a dessert. It's kind of an ice cream and seems to be really good. And it has, I'm sorry, it's called pingsu, and it's very similar to a slushy ice cream. And it have fruits, we have nuts, chocolate, and green tea. So it's like, it's very typical, but it seems to be really good. And in the last one, we have the noodles with black beans. That it's the one that I've always wanted to try. Seems to be really weird, but at the same time, tasteful. Um, um, I don't think it's like, I don't know you about you guys, but when I looked for it and I saw that it has black noodles, I thought about feijoada. And I was like, oh my God, it seems to be so weird. But that's not the way they prepared it. Um, it's totally different. So it seems to be good, I guess. Not like you take the feijoada and put in the noodles. No, not like I used to think. And now we have Korea's airports. Korea, it's a country full of technology, but I couldn't find the inside pictures of the airports. But I when I was looking for it to talk a little bit about them, I saw that inside they're full of technology and are seems to be amazing, but I couldn't find the pictures. But we have in the first picture we have the Incheon International Airport, and the second one, that is this one, we have the Jeju International Airport. In this one we have Muan International, oh my God, International Airport. And in the last picture we have the Gimhae International Airport. And I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for your attention and patience with me. And that's all.
That's okay. Very good presentation. Questions, questions, questions. Any question? Rodrigo?
So, yeah, I have one more question for Gabriele. First of all, congratulations for your presentation. It's very nice. And I would like to know about the difficult to search information. What is the country that you have more difficult to searching information in your presentation?
And to be honest, it was hard to find things about South Korea and about Russia, but I would say that maybe South Korea, because I wanted to find some tradition, like something that it's been years that they do like every year, but I couldn't find, and that was really annoying. So maybe South Korea.
Okay. And another question: if you go on in Germany, and participated on Oktoberfest, you used the dress like Yuma uses in a picture that you show us?
Let me find the picture in here. I think.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know.
Did you use this?
I don't think I would use this. it's not my type.
Yeah, because in my opinion, only guys that drink beer use this type of clothes. I never to use the gloves like to this woman. It's horrible.
Yeah. I respect who wear these kind of things, but I wouldn't.
That's all. That's all. Thank you, Gabriel.
Now I'm gonna be Wellington's voice. Wellington asks, would you like to drink some beer in Germany if you travel to Germany?
Well, I don't know. I heard a
Oh,
lot about Germany's beer, but I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe if I was,
Thinking about if you drink, maybe use these dresses.
Gabi, you better be careful about the answer because Wellington is going to use this answer against you in the debate.
but listen,
Yeah.
maybe I would try if I was at home by myself, like alone, because I wouldn't have to worry about giving another person some attention and or something like that. I was like, oh, I'll take a time and try this. But if I was in a party or something like that, I wouldn't, because I would like to enjoy and don't wear this kind of clothes. So it depends on the situation.
Gabriele, I
Yeah,
have a question. Congratulations for your presentation.
thank you.
I think this slides is very beautiful.
Thank you.
And my question is, do you prove one these foods in the past? And other question is, what these countries you intend travel one day in the future?
Answering the first question, I think I've never tried one of these foods. Let me see. Maybe the pretzel, but the Brazilian pretzels that I think it's different. So I never tried. Yeah, bread. I eat bread every morning, but not the traditional one in Germany. So I think I have never eaten one of these foods, but
Mhm.
I'd like to try all of them if I could. And if I could if I intend to travel to some of these countries, yeah, I would like to visit actually all of them, but I think I wouldn't visit Russia because I would die of cold. I would freeze.
Yes, it's
So
true.
I would like to go to Germany because I have an uncle that lives in there. He's Germany, and I have an aunt or aunt. I don't know how to pronounce this, but yeah, that lives there too. It is his wife, and they always say like, "Oh, Gabi, come here, come visit us. We have a place for you in here." But I've never gone there, but I would like to. And Korea because I don't know, it seems to be a really good country, and and that's the reason why I like to go to Korea because it seems to be a really good country. But that's all. But if I had to choose only one, I choose Germany.
Okay, my other question is, would you like to live in these countries?
I don't
Germany?
think so. I don't think so. I think they have their good points. All countries have, but I think I wouldn't get used to it, you know. I love Brazil and I think I wouldn't go to nowhere else.
Yes, for me, Brazil is very rich in culture too. And how can I say, Joseph? É, não é natureza, é em recursos naturais.
Natural resources.
Yes. For me, Brazil is very rich in natural resources.
Yeah. It's one of the best countries in the world, but Brazilian people can't see this.
Yeah.
I love Brazil. I love Brazil, but I prefer only to visit here. But it's difficult to change, to move for another country. Of course, that we have our life here. We have here our parents, our friends.
Yes.
And it's not easy to move. But if I have a choice, I prefer only to visit here. Only visit the natural, the beaches.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think I
But,
wouldn't be brave enough to go out of the country, to live outside.
Yes. Yeah. I agree with you.
In Brazil, more persons like the K-pop. K-pop is Russian, correct? Gabriel.
K-pop, it's Russian.
No, K-pop, no. The music that you talk about, I don't remember.
Yeah, I talked about the K-pop.
Yes. Yes,
But
it's K-pop. More persons in Brazil like this, but I don't like this music. For me, it's stranger. Estranho. Estranho, sei lá como fala. Oh my god.
to be honest, I like listening to K-pop, but it's not a lot of songs. I like listening to a group called Mamamoo. It is a good group, but I think only this one and Blackpink, but it's because Blackpink it's like electronic music, so yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
No, it's Russia, it's Korean, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's from South Korea.
Yes.
The only song that I like, I don't know if it is K-pop, is Oppa Gangnam Style.
Yeah, it is. There was a time where the world listening to K-pop, but nobody knew.
Oppa Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy
Oh
lady.
my God. Oh my God.
The music is bad.
Rodrigo, don't you know the song Gangnam Style?
I'm never listening to this musician.
Oh my God, no, the whole world listening to the music.
Oh my God.
Oh my Gangnam Style.
Terrible. So, do you know, like I said yesterday, I am an old man, so I like the classic musics.
Now, Rodrigo, now I agree with you. You are an old man. You don't know Gangnam
Yeah.
Style. Oh, now I agree. Okay, any other question? Okay. I'm gonna be Wellington's voice. Wellington said, please invite me to go to Germany with you so that you can drink a lot of beer, of course. And
Wellington needs someone that don't drink because he needs help to return at home.
And Wellington said, I hope that Rodrigo will talk about the Dubai's drinks tomorrow. Okay, I have my questions. One of the questions is, you said that you would you try, I don't know the food, I think it's the Korean food, I don't know, the one that has noodles with fish water.
Yeah, where is it? This one.
So would you try this food, Gabi?
I would, because I love Japanese food. So I read that Korean food and Japanese food are like similar in some ways. So if I like the Japanese food, maybe I'll like the Korean food, you know? I tried once, but it was a noodle that me and a friend found in a supermarket. And I forgot to say that Korean food, it's really spicy. But we found out about this a little late. I almost passed out eating that. But I don't know, I would try maybe with a cup of milk, but I would try. It seems to be good. Look at the picture. It seems to be really tasty.
No. I think it seems like I don't know how to call the name in. Oh my God, no. I would. What about Rodrigo? Would you try this? The feijoada and the noodles combination.
Yeah, I try. I like to taste another foods. I try.
And how about you, Jaime?
Joseph, I try to. I like the prove others foods, the other culture.
Okay, and Wellington, would you try the noodles feijoada combination? Maybe Wellington, yes, okay, everyone's gonna try, but I wouldn't try. The one I think I would like to try is the ones that look like ice cream.
Yeah, this one seems to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Delicious.
I think this one
This
is
picture
good.
looks like it was taken in Outback.
Really?
I don't know. I think not, but the table and the plate, I don't know. It reminded me of Outback, but I think it's in Korea.
Yeah.
I think it's really good, so I would like to try this. And Rodrigo, in all of this food, which one would you like to try? From that of the German food, the Russian food, and the Korean food?
In my opinion, if I visited these countries, probably I try to eat these foods. All of them. I like to eat very much. Yeah. If I go to the China, I eat in a barbecue from dog. Do you know? The billions of people eat dog, so it's good. Maybe it's good.
Would you eat bats? Would you eat bats?
Bats?
Yes.
What are bats?
Well, I forgot it. Morcego, right? It's morcego. Would you eat morcego?
Maybe it's good.
Oh my God! Are you Marley Mason?
Oh, guys, imagine if you put it in a churrasqueira and So-
And what about how's
Yeah.
the name? How do I say in English? It's cockroach. I don't know.
Yes. Would you eat roaches? Cockroach, barata.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, so for me, you can't choose thinking about what you eat. You only to put in your
Ah,
Oh my
cockroach.
God. Ooh.
yeah, you put in your and
My
eat all
God.
of this.
Ah. Oh my God.
Rodrigo would go to China and would come back in an ambulance.
Yeah, maybe. So here some of people eat some things, stranded foods, like to how can I say? I forgot the name. Buchada de bode.
Ah,
Terrible. Imagine. And the guys eat this.
Yeah.
I eat too. The buchada de bode that my mother's prepare. It's very good. It's very delicious.
Ugh. My father likes cow's tongue, but I think it's so weird. You're eating a tongue. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like,
A cow's tongue?
yeah,
Ah.
like you're kissing a cow. I think it's weird. By the grace of God, he never asked to my mom to prepare it.
So where does he eat it? In a restaurant?
He said that my grandma used to cook it because they didn't have much money. So they used to buy what they could. And he said that the cow tongue was really cheap, you know? And he said like, oh, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
good. I used to like it.
Oh my God. And what about Nehwaini? You know this food, which one would you like to try? The Russian, the Korean, or the German food?
I like the foods in Russia.
Okay.
I like this ice cream.
The Russian or the Korean?
I don't remember.
This is the Russian.
It's very delicious. This and no, it others light.
This one?
Ah,
Yes.
this is the Korean.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I like the ice cream and feijoada.
Seems to be really good. I
The
saw
next-
that.
This
It
is the
is
noodles mio feijoada, mio feijoada.
I saw that their sauce are like, how do I say agridoce? I don't know how to say it. Agridoce. That
What
it's
is-
like salty. There goes salt and sugar in the sauce.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look for it because I like this kind of sauce that it's kind of sweet, you know?
And salty at the same time.
Yeah, and in Korean food, I heard that they do this a lot, so it seems to be really good.
And one more question I would like to ask, Camille. Can you turn back to the airport in the Russian airports?
Russia. Yeah.
I don't know if you know or if you realize or if you. Why is that the names of this airport they end with V and O? Domodedovo. Xeremotevo. Why is it vo?
I don't know, I think they're old airports, so they're all vo.
No, therefore they are vo.
Vou. Domode,
Devotedovo. Xeremotevo. Vo. Tomochevo. Everything is vo and vo and vo. Okay, that's very nice. Any other? Okay, so Rodrigo, do you have comment for us to end the presentation?
No, it's a perfect presentation. It's very clear, very nice. Gabi, congratulations.
Thank you.
And what about the whining?
Congratulations. I think it's very, very beautiful, the presentation. And that's all. That's all. It's very beautiful slides.
And Wellington's voice today, Wellington said, congrats, Gabi. It was a beautiful and productive presentation. Pretty good. Okay.
Mhm. I'm gonna.
So it's a very good presentation, very nice. Okay, it's recorded. I'm gonna put it on my Newani's presentation on YouTube, Gabi's presentation on YouTube too, and also tomorrow, Rodrigo, you're gonna take us to Turkey, Israel, and Dubai, right?
Right.
Yeah, I can wait.
Woo!
Let's go. Okay, so let's see what is gonna happen. So at Dubai, Israel, and what is gonna happen in Dubai, sorry, in Israel, and also in Turkey. It will be
Turkey.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it. Before we go, just one sec. Weekly. Newani and
Joseph, I need to leave now because it starts to rain here
yeah, you can.
and I can't show a driver, okay? I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No problem.
See you guys, see you tomorrow
See you
in my
tomorrow.
presentation.
Bye bye and good luck.
Bye.
Take us to Dubai.
Bye.
Bye. So Newani, Wellington, and Gabi. Don't forget, especially Wellington, Gabi and Newani, don't forget to post your presentation. You write, okay, about your presentation. So you're gonna post this here. You're gonna post in presentation culture, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna go to presentation, you click here on culture. Okay. You give a new topic, you write the topic, and you write about the presentation. What you said in the presentation, you write in English, okay? And after you post your presentation, the slides, okay?
Okay.
So after I'm gonna read. So if the forum, the article is good, so I'm gonna click approval and you win and you have your 20 Bitcoins. Okay.
Okay.
So we put like tipo roteiro.
Yes, you're gonna talk about the presentation. Not only post, não é somente que você vai postar, você tem que escrever sobre a apresentação. You write about Germany, the airport, but just only, it doesn't have to be too much. Just a summary, okay? Just summarize, tipo uma conclusão. What is Wellington talking about? On Monday we have tequila. So just a summary, okay, Gabi and Nguyen. So
Okay.
now after that, then I'm gonna read. So I will award you your 20 Bitcoins for that.
Okay.
Gabi, any question? Don't forget, don't put the presentation in the wrong place. Okay?
Okay.
Because the presentation has topic, presentation, culture. Okay?
Okay.
So any question, Gabi, about that?
Mm, I don't think so. I go to forum and then
Okay.
this will appear for me. And then I go to all forums presentations and
Culture. Yeah, you're gonna click on culture.
Okay.
And what about Gabi? Newani, any question?
No, Joseph.
Okay. And if you want to know more on how to have more Bitcoins, so I made a list. You're gonna come here where you have your picture and you go to manual. Okay.
Okay.
So you go to manual, you have the ways, 8 ways of how you can have Bitcoins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you read ways that you can gain more Bitcoins. So we have everything here. How many Bitcoins for each topic? Okay. So you can read it later. Okay. So that's it for tomorrow. We're gonna be expecting Rodrigo to tell us about Dubai, Turkey, and Israel. And on Monday, we all are gonna get drunk with
Yay.
Wellington's tequila. Yeah, tequila, Mexico. Please don't be. Please, I'm gonna stop the recording. Okay, 1 minute. Where is the recording?